Kita na po.
Okay po. So let's discuss the chapter 1 po natin. Ano? So environmental science and engineering po natin. So first, let's have the introduction. Ano? Introduction to engineering, to environmental science and engineering po. Ano? So we can say that the environment that we live in can be classified into two. Ano? So the natural environment and the man-made environment po. So natural environment encompasses all the living and non-living things occurring naturally in that area po. So it comprising of the plants, the animals, the air, the water, yun na po. So which predates humanity, ano? Which predates humanity by billion of years and serves as a fundamental to our survival. Ano po? So whereas the man-made environment po, so man-made environment refers to human-made surroundings or human-designed spaces or infrastructure that support societal functions po. Ano? So in earlier times man po, so humans do not have that much influence in the environment po. Ano? However, nowadays, we have through the technological advancement and the industrial activity, so we can it made us extract resources, generate waste, and alter the ecosystem, often uh, often ways that jeopardize our well-being and the survival of of the other species. Ano po? So, in order or to foster a sustainable development or sustainable future generation, so it is imperative that we develop comprehensive understanding of how the nature works, how our activities impact the environment, and enhance or strategize to enhance the environment for its safeguarding. No, explore. So strategize to explore, to safeguarding and enhance the environment. Po, ano? So that's why we need to study this course po, ano? Environmental science and engineering. Po, ano? So now, let's have the overview of the environmental systems po natin. Ano? So environmental systems po natin consist of four spheres, or four fundamental spheres po natin. So ito po yung hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, and geosphere po. Ano? So hydrosphere po natin, so this includes all the surface and subsurface water of the earth po. Ano? So whereas for the atmosphere naman po, so it tackles the gaseous envelope of the Earth. So ano po ba yung mga gaseous envelope po ng atmosphere po natin? So meron po tayong lima. So the stratosphere, the troposphere, uh, the mesosphere, the thermosphere, and the exosphere po. No? So those five spheres po ang bumubuo ng atmosphere po natin. So ang biosphere naman po natin ay nagko-consist po siya ng all the living organisms in the earth po. Ano? So, for the other spheres po natin, ito po yung geosphere. Ano? So, geosphere po includes all the rock in the earth po. Ano? Pero po, kung babalikan po natin, di ba, nung high school tayo, meron parang tinatawag na, hindi siya parang, so meron tinatawag na lithosphere. So, lithosphere din daw po ay pertain sa mga sa rock sa earth ano. So, do you have any insights po regarding with the lithosphere po kaya? So, anyone from the class po? So, magtatawag na lang ako. So, let's have Engineer Irish. Hello po.
Yes po, sir.
So, any insights po regarding the lithosphere po natin? Wala po.
Sir, pwede po ba ulit medyo mahina lang po sa akin? Sorry po.
So, any insights po regarding lithosphere?
Insight po. Sir, the lithosphere is the Earth's rigid outermost mechanical layer made of the crust and the uppermost part of the mantle po.
Yo. Tama po, tama ang inyong na-search engine niya. Ano? So, how about the geosphere? So, kindly call someone po, Engineer Irish from your classmates. Anyone po from the class? Pwede mong tawagan, Engineer Irish, for the next, ano po, question.
Sir, si ano na lang po, si Marasigan po.
Oh. Sino marasigan? Parang dalawang marasigan ang alam ko.
Glessy po.
Oh, yun po. Engineer Glessy.
Yes po, sir.
So, insights naman po regarding geosphere.
Refers po to all the solid parts of the earth po. From the surface, rock, and soil po.
Okay po. And then, so how do we differentiate them po? So, kindly call someone po ulit from the class. Engineer Glessy.
Si Sisley po. Si
Oh,
Gala.
Engineer Sigala.
Yes po.
Oh, kindly differentiate po yung geosphere and lithosphere from the given definition of your classmates po.
Yung geosphere po ay ano?
Hmm.
Yun po yung
Yan.
ay yung sa mga craftsman po.
Po, medyo putol-putol lang po yung dating, pero thank you po for your answer. So kindly call someone po ulit to differentiate the said definitions po.
Si Andal po. Kenneth po.
Okay po. So last na po si Andal.
Sir, na po yun siya.
Ah, po,
Topic was magiging yung background.
ano po ulitin po ang tanong?
Yes, po.
So kindly differentiate po ng geosphere and lithosphere from the given definition po of your classmates. Ano po?
Ano po, hindi may entire solid part po. Coastal aircraft.
Po, medyo putol-putol lang din, pero napakinig ko naman yung parang tama naman yung sagot. Ano? So, we can say po, that lithosphere is a subset part of geosphere po, Because lithosphere po consists of the crust and the upper mantle po, whereas the geosphere po consists holistically the rock part of the earth, which includes the crust, the mantle, and the core po natin. So, by that definition, we can say that lithosphere, so we can say that all lithosphere is geosphere, but not all geosphere is lithosphere po, So kindly take note of that po, So let's discuss the human and environment po, So human activities profoundly reshape the Earth's biophysical and biodiversity po. Ano? So, yung po mga activities na ginagawa po natin may be beneficial for us. However, it can disrupt the environment po. Ano? So, we have 6 illustration here po. So, first, let us discuss this illustration po. So, uh, ano po natin siya, magtawag na lang din tayo. So, any insights po regarding the illustration? So, Engineer Andal, call someone from your classmate po to answer.
Sino rin po? Si Adami po, sir.
Engineer Adami.
May smoke po sa baba.
What sector po kaya ito? Ano pong inyong guess? Engineer Adami. Nawala na si Engineer Adami.
Ano pong sector po yung mga
Yung mga sector, fisheries, mining, transportation. Ano pong sector kaya ito kabilang?
agriculture po?
Ayun. Diga. So the illustration pertains to the agriculture or the agricultural practices that the humans have been doing. Ano? So, ano ba yung mga agricultural practices na pwedeng maka-disrupt na environment po? Ano? So, one example po is kapag ini-aim, kunyari ay meron po tayong plantation or meron tayong sakahan. Ano? And we want to have more yields ng ating crops. And then meron tayong kalapit na parang kagubatan na ano. So, ang gagawin natin, magka-cut down tayo ng trees. We will do deforestation so that mas lumawak yung ating pagtataniman. So, in that way, you are disrupting the environment. Ano? Kasi, sinisira mo yung isang part ng environment which is nagdi-disrupt siya ng mga habitats na nandun sa environment na sisirain mo. Ano? So, ano po yung another example ng agricultural practices natin? So, yung mga genetically modified crops natin. So, ano po ba yun? So, since we have so much technologies nowadays, ano? So, pwede nating i-modify yung isang plant na gusto natin. So, in what way po? Ano? So, kunyari, gusto nating maging pest resistant yung crops na kinukultivate natin. Ang gagawin ng environmental scientist or ng scientist ay specifically gagawa siya ng cell or gagawa siya ng cell na may trait ng pest resistant, and that cell will be injected into the plant cell, and ano ba siya, i-cultivate or maaalagaan yung cell na yun kapag na-inject mo sa plants through gene gun, and then magano siya ng cell culture o ng tissue culture para totally mag-flourish yung ginawa mong genetically modified crop. So, ano pa yung other insights or another agricultural practices na nakasama po sa environment? So, Engineer Adame, call someone po.
Ano po? Sige, ano po?
Sino po?
Yung ano po? Eloisa po.
Hindi ko pa pakinig. Di maano? Engineer, sana sabi po ni Engineer Norin. Wala akong maintindihan. Naintindihan niyo po ba? Engineer Di Maano po.
Yes po.
So, Engineer Di Maano. Okay po. So, can you give any insights regarding or additional agricultural practices that may disrupt the environment po in terms of agricultural practices?
Siguro po yung kung pag-convert po ng agricultural into residential area.
Okay po. That could be one thing po. Ano, kasi nga po, ah, yung, yung part ng land ay ko-convert siya sa commercial building. So, mawala na ng, ano ba, ng way of living din. Tsaka, ma-deteriorate yung mismong ecosystem na pagtatayuan ng residential area. Ano? So, one basic agricultural practices na uh, madaling ma-identify na may disrupt na environment po ay yung paggamit natin ng mga pesticides, fertilizer, and herbicides. Ano po? So, diga po ay, yun po ay mga types of chemicals that may helps to sustain the life of the crops po, ano? Para po maging, what do you call this? Maganda yung tubo, ganyan, mapabilis yung tubo. However, those chemicals po ay merong downside. Ano? So, kapag po nag-breakdown na yung mga chemicals na yon into tiny particles, diga sa lupa po, may mga tiny organisms. So, those tiny organisms will be harmed. Ano po? And then, pwede din po siyang kapag naagos, kunyari, di kayo bumaha dun sa mga crop fields natin, and then naagos yung mga chemicals na yun into the bodies of water. So, ano po siya? So, it is subjected for the overgrowth of algae po, ano? Or what we call po eutrophication. So, yung po eutrophication na yun, is makakasama naman po sa aquatic life kasi it can choke other animals or pag po nakain nila, it may, the animal lives will be at risk po, ano? So now, let's discuss the next sector po natin. So, Engineer Dimano, call someone po from the class. Engineer Dimano?
Tulog po.
Karingal po.
Ano po, Engineer?
Karingal po.
Karingal. Okay po, Engineer Karingal. So, what sector does this illustration portrays po?
Aquaculture.
Okay po, aquaculture. Buti aquaculture na isip nyo, ano? Kasi sa ibang section, ang sinasabi palagi ay wastewater or wastewater treatment facility. Kasi mukha siya mga clarifier, ano? Pero tama po yun, aquaculture po, ano? So, ano naman po yung human activities na nakaka-disrupt ng environments in terms of the ocean life po natin. So, the first one po natin is the overfishing po, ano? So, when we catch fish faster than they can reproduce, so uh, it will disrupt their environment and it can lead to the pagbaba po ng population nila, no? Kapag bumaba po o pag-shrink ng population ng mga ah, species natin, yung mga fish natin, so mawawala po yung balance ng ating aquatic life or the marine life po natin. So, kasi nga po, ano ba yung suggested, hindi naman natin pwedeng i-halt, ano, o itigil yung pangingisda since it is a way of living ng mga tao near sa shore. Pero, nagkakaroon kasi nga ng overfishing na minsan ay masama o hindi man minsan but masama din sa environment, ano. So other practices po ng nakakasama naman sa ating marine life or the aquatic life po natin is yung pong paggamit natin ng mga nets or ng mga hooks, ano. So nets and hook ang intended po talaga nating hulihin, hindi kayo mga isda, ano. So pero at some instances meron po nangyayari ay through dun sa mga nakaabang na nets or ah, hooks natin, aside from fish, nakakakuha din po tayo ng turtles, ng mga seabirds, minsan din po na nadadamay din yung dolphins, ano. Yung mga activities po na yun, tinatawag po yung bycatch, ano. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya yung intended mong hulihin, pero yun po ang nakukuha dun sa net and hooks po natin, ano. So, that is one activity that is one activity na nakakasira din po sa ating marine life. So, in line din po dun sa paggamit ng nets, di ba po, ay minsan ang ginagawa ng iba ay yung net na itatapon sa dagat ay mayroong pabigat. Alam niyo po yun, parang nilalagyan nila ng pabigat para mag-shrink mag-shrink siya hanggang sa ilalim ng dagat, ano, para mas maraming mahuli. However, yung pong activity na yun, hindi tinatawag po siya na trolling. The technique is trolling po. However, that activity po, kapag nagbagsak ka ng net dun sa pinakailalim para umabot siya sa ocean floor, parang ang nagiging activity kasi is binobulldoze mo yung underwater forest or yung mga coral reefs natin. Ano kasi since mabigat yung net ay may pabigat, so pwede siyang makasira dun sa mga coral reefs which is the habitat na aquatic life. Ano po? So next po natin. So what sector po ito? So Engineer Karingal, call someone po ulit.
Panopio po.
So Engineer Panopio. So what sector is the illustration portrayed?
Agricultural din po, sir.
Okay, so on what specific system sa agriculture ito? Ano po kayang ano? Sige, tama po, agriculture siya. Pero ano kayang part siya ng agriculture? Sang system po siya na ano? Applicable, yung illustration.
Para po sa irrigation, sir.
Okay, that's right, engineer. Irrigation system. Ano? As we've continued po, the activity with regards to the irrigation system po na nakakasama naman sa environment po natin is yung over flooding po. So when we say sa irrigation po, di ka nagpapatubig tayo sa ating mga palayan, sa ating sakahan. So kapag po yung so much naman o yung sobra-sobra yung papatubig, akala po natin ay magiging way siya para madaling mag-flourish yung ating mga crops po. The answer po is no. Ano po? So in that way po, kapag nag-over over okay, over irrigating or so much irrigation po ang ginagawa nyo. So yung po mga roots nating crops ay malulunod as well as hindi po makakahinga yung ating mga soil po natin. Tinatawag po natin, mawala siya ng soil aeration. So kaya kailangan din pong limitahan ang pagpapatubig. Also po, yun nga, in connection with the earlier sector po natin, kapag nga po naanod yung mga chemicals na nakalagay nga po sa ating mga crops, yun nga po ay pwedeng maging cause ng other issues with regards to the environmental aspect. So, let's discuss the next sector po natin. So, engineer, sino po yung huli? Engineer Panapio, call someone po. Regarding what sector?
Si ano po? Si Coulson po.
Engineer Hoson.
Ano po? Feed mills production.
Okay po. So, specifically po siya ay livestock production. So, dito po sa livestock production, so we are using numerous machineries that have been powered by our fossil fuels. So those fossil fuels po generate harm gases to the environment po. So para makapag-produce ng kunyari, isang sako pellet na ipapatukan sa manok or ipapakain mo kunyari sa iyong mga ah, alaga. So those pellets were subjected or undergo different processes, and those processes entails with so much usage of machineries, and those machineries have utilized numbers of energy sources or being powered by the fossil fuels that produces harmful gases po sa environment. Okay po. So the next illustration po. So super easy nito. So engineer, sino yung kanina? Engineer Hoson? So call someone po.
Si Zorilla po.
Okay, Engineer Zorilia. So what sector is this po?
Mining po.
Okay po. So mining sector. So mining sector is very how do you call this? So mining is rampant nowadays. So we have seen numerous mining sites or quarry. Super dami niya because ang ginagawa nagkakaroon ng excavation, ng bulldozing. Kasi nga po, they're extracting minerals, extracting oils. However, those activities uh, deteriorate the entire um, area or vicinity. Po? So usually po, diga, mga minamine ay yung mga bundok. Yung mga steep na mga bundok, yung mga tatarik ng mga bundok. Minsan. And those activities, kapag po na-mine nyo na siya, na-extract na yung mga kinakailangan o desired minerals natin, so, di nawawalan na yung parang protection sa certain area. Kasi at some point, di ka kaya po may mga bundok, nagsiserve siya as a barrier kapag may strong winds, kapag may strong rainfall. Pero kapag po napatag na yung bundok, kasi nga nakuha na lahat ng kinakailangan nila minerals, so it will be used. So that activity will cause some severe disturbances na mangyari po. So kasi nga po, since hindi na siya, wala nang bundok na poprotekta sana dun sa isang certain area, so kapag po umulan ng severe, so pwede magkaroon po ng severe flooding. Po, as well as, di ka po kapag may mga quarry, magkakaroon po ng mudslide, or yung pong parang baha na putik ang kasama. Kasi nga po, mayroong mining na nangyayari. Po. So, the next sector po kaya. So, Engineer Zurilia, call someone po.
Si Engineer Kagik
Po? Engineer?
Kagikla po.
Opo, Engineer Kagikla. So, what sector po kaya ito?
Wait lang po.
Okay po.
So, construction sector ko po.
Yeah, ano po, engineer? Construction?
Opo.
Okay po. So, it can be construction sector po. Specifically, it is constructing the transportation system po. So, it encompasses the railroads, the road systems. Po. So, anong activities po kaya yung nakakasama sa environment through the construction of transportation system po. So, any insights po? So, call someone, Engineer Kagikla.
Si Orhino po.
Sino po?
Orhino po.
Jorgino?
Orhino po.
Hello po,
Oh.
sir.
Okay po, engineer.
Pwede pong makiulit ng tanong po.
Ayan, talaga mga fourth year ay puro pa ulit ng tanong. Sige po, So, diga po ay nagdi-disrupt. Diga po ay through the construction or erection of the transportation system po natin. So, kindly give any insights po ng activity na nakaka-disrupt sa environment. Po? So, di ka po nagko-construct ng mga transportation systems. Diga to, mga daan-daan, ganyan. So ano po yung activity yung nakakasama sa environment upon the construction po? Ano, di pa nakakapag-search, matagal mag-type.
Wait lang po, sir.
Napahida. Sige, call someone na lang po.
Calling for a friend po, si Kinan po.
Sino po?
Si Kinan po.
Okay, Engineer Kinon? Tama ba? Okay, Engineer. Yung pong tinawag ni Engineer Orgino. Wala. So ako na lang po, ano, para hindi tayo masyado magtagal. So for the, ano po ba yung mga activities or some of the activities na nakakasama during the erection of the transportation system po natin. So when we construct po, diga, if familiar po kayo sa mga expressways, bypass roads po natin, when you're constructing those transportation system po natin, um, marami pong pinuputol na po na ano in order to create a road. No? So upon cutting those trees or upon deforesting or through deforestation po para po magawa yung uh, daan na yun, so numerous habitats has been damaged or has been disrupted. Ano? Kasi nga po, kailangan natin yun. Ano? For ease of transportation. So yun nga po yung sinasabi ko, though these are activities that profoundly reshape the Earth's biophysical. Kasi nga po, we are making uh, activities through our necessity. Ano? However, those necessities adheres with the disruption of the environment po natin. Ano? So aside from the construction po of railroads natin or transportation system, yun pong paggamit natin ng mga automotive vehicles. Ano? So those automotive vehicles has been using derivatives of fossil fuels such as the gasoline, the diesel po natin, and those automotive vehicles po ay nag-generate siya ng carbon monoxide. So those carbon monoxide uh, contributes to the climate change po natin. Ano? So these are some of the human activities that alter the ecosystem or our environment. Ano? So now let's discuss one by one. So now we will break or we will scrutinize the environmental science and environmental engineering separately po. Ano? So for environmental science, so environmental science is not it is not just about science. So it is a study that focuses on the not just one academic box, but it is a mission driven and cultivates the other courses such as the biology, the chemistry, the natural science, the earth sciences, and many more po. Ano? So through the environmental science po natin, aids it aids through the it aids for us to distinguish or to determine the uh, connection of human to the environment po. Ano? So according to the economist Warabada po, so according to Warabada, we have three careers that adheres to the environmental science natin. So one, the forestry professionals po natin. Two, engineers. And three, urban planners po. So one, for the forestry professional po natin, so ano bang ginagawa ng mga forestry professional? So for a forestry professional, their career focuses on the recovery of the environment or the forest. So specifically po, they study how the tree grows o kung yung tinatawag po natin na silviculture. So they also uh, determine how the soil works. Okay po. And also po, they um, they've used or they have a further research on how to uh, to eradicate the some problems regarding with the forest and the environment po. Ano? So second career po natin is in engineers po. So engineers create solutions. So create solutions that adheres or fight the pollution po. Ano? So ano po ba yung mga solutions na kini-create po ng engineers? So kindly give some po ano. Engineer, sino po yung huli? On, Enrico? Yung green? O engineer or Gino, call someone po ulit.
Si ano po, Lawrence Marasigan.
Okay po. So Engineer Marasigan. So kindly give me an solution or innovative solution that the engineers made po.
Sa ano po, sa energy ay mga solar plants po ganun. Instead of mga coal plants.
Okay po. So that could be one. Oh, that could be one example po. No? So ano, some of the innovations that the engineers made po to fight pollution po, pwede po yung membrane filtration po natin. So membrane filtration po is used to clean the water. Ano? So the biofiltration naman po, it is a natural process that reduce the no for the biofiltration po, it reduce the pollutants through the natural processes po natin. And the another example po natin is yung po mga catalytic converters po natin. So catalytic converters po natin, yun po yung mga um, apparatus or innovations na ginagamit po to reduce the harmful gases na pinoproduce po ng vehicles or ng mga factories po. Ano? So, sabi nga po dito, so for engineering students, so the aforementioned careers make one point unmistakably clear. Ano? So technical expertise must be coupled with fluency in policy analysis, economic appraisal, and community engagement. So hindi lang pwede basta yung you made solutions that does not adhere with the problem po, ano, or with the policy. Ano. Kailangan pag gumawa ka ng specific solution, that solution adheres to the problem and with the existing rules and regulation natin. Ano? Now, let's discuss the environmental engineering po natin. So, environmental engineering extends beyond the remediation of contaminants to embrace the protection and stewardship of natural resources. So also advances technological quality or the environmental quality through innovation in treatment technologies, habitat rehabilitation, and the emission management po natin. So from that po, so sinabi nga po dito, ano, so environmental science is, they provide the data for the engineer so that they can hear the problem. So with that being said po, we can say that the synergy of environmental science with environmental engineering is a continuous feedback po, ano. But before we could discuss about that, so we have three uh, bullets here. So in regards with introduction to the environmental science engineering. So one, unified by the objective of safeguarding the planet and public health. Two, environmental science is primarily concerned with explaining the structure and function of natural systems. And three, environmental engineering translates scientific insights into the practical application po. Going back po, since we can say that it is a continuous feedback po because through the data that I've gathered from the So the data that gathered by the environmental scientists were used to eradicate that problem by creating solutions through or by the environmental engineers po. Ibig sabihin, yung po magagather na data ng environmental scientists po natin ay forward sa ating mga environmental engineers, and environmental engineers will create solution regarding with the data given to adhere that problem po. Ano? So clear po tayo dun, ano, engineers. So that concludes the chapter 1 po natin. But before that, so sino po yung huli sumagot? Engineer ito, Lawrence, ano? Marasigan. So, Engineer Lawrence, kindly call someone po.
Si Kenji po. Diretso.
Okay, Engineer Kenji po. From the presentation po, so kindly give the 3 careers that Barbara Ward says that adheres with environmental science po.
Yung forestry professional po, engineers at saka yung urban planners.
Ay, okay po. Sorry, naka-off mic pala ako. Ano?
Pabula kanina.
Pamula kanina, saan ako naka-off mic? Engineer, natapos ka naman yung ano, presentation.
Opo, natapos niyo po.
Okay po. Kala ko hindi ako natapos. Ano? So, kaya pala walang nasagot. Sorry naman. Ano? So, bakit po kaya tinatawag na continuous feedback loop? Yung pong synergy o yung connection po ng environmental science and environmental engineering po. So, sino pa yung tinatawag ko? Engineer Ting Ting. Engineer Ting Ting. Wala din. Okay. Okay po, engineer. Bakit po kaya? Bakit siya tinawag na continuous feedback loop? Yes po, yes po. Okay po. So that's right, engineer po, ano? Yun. So nakikinig naman pala kahit pa paano. So, ilan po, ano? So that concludes our chapter 1 po, no? And then for our next meeting po, which is tomorrow, so we will discuss chapter 2 po. And those topics discussed po will be uh, the content of our quiz number 1 po during our face-to-face class next week po, ano? So do you have any clarifications, engineers? Okay. So, okay po, Engineer Abreya. Ano po yun?
Sa module lang po.
Yes po.
May ang tanong ko po is doon po bababasa sa punto kung paano po magbabayad. Hindi po majority.
Ah, ano ga pong majority ng sagot sa inyo?
Cash po.
Hindi ba na yan na daw doon? Nasaan mo na engineer yung result ng poll sa akin?
Nasend ko na po.
Okay po. So, ID cash po kung yun po ang majority ng klase.
Okay po sir, thank you.
Okay po. So, yun nga po. Kaya po ako nagpa-poll kasi nga po, so kung saan kayo convenient regarding with the payment, di yun po ang ating gagawin. Ano po? So, any clarification pa po? Oh, yes po, engineer.
Sir, kaka-add ko lang po kasi sa section or sa block. Okay pa po kayang humabol ako sa module po.
Opo, para ikaw. Yes. Okay, okay po, engineer. No problem, ano. Ikaw ay sadyang nasa portal na ba natin or wala?
Yes po, nasa portal naman na po. Late lang po talaga akong na-add. Like, wala po ako last.
Okay po. Dahil nga po, nung sinecheck ko yung master list ng aking nasa portal ko, hindi nga kita makita dun sa classroom natin. Ano? That's why po, ikaw ay parang pinakonta ko kay Engineer Abreya. Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Okay po. So, yun po. So, any clarifications pa po? So, ano pong concern ni Engineer Espinosa? Yes po, Engineer Abreya ulit.
Sir, si Engineer Marillo po may chat. Kung pwede daw po dito po sa group.
Tunay ka? Wait lang ha. Kasi kasi ang master list ni Engineer Morillo ay nasa O4. Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Oo. Matayo niya sa O4. Wait lang. Check ko. Kasi alam ko, meron ng groupings na sinend. Kasi nag-ayos ako ng groupings ng O4, ano? Sinend ni Engineer sa Diva. Kung pala din gusto ni Engineer Morillo, ay bakit siya nasa O4? Lang. Morillo. Ano nga po siya? O4? O3?
Galing daw pong O4.
O4. Pero wala siya sa groupings. Wait lang, engineer, no?
Okay.
So, in concern po ay sa Google chat na lang, no? Regarding that para po mas clear, ano? Mas klaro. So, any clarifications pa po? May any questions pa po, engineers? Wala na po.
Wala na po, sir.
Okay po. So, Engineer Abrea, ikaw ba ay naka-laptop? So, kindly take a screenshot of our class po, no? So, kindly open cameras po, engineers. Bumangon muna yung mga nakahiga pa. Ano po? Before we end our class po, ano? Ayun do, mukha namang mga hindi bagong gising. Parang mukhang nilalamig pa kayo. Bakit na ulan? So, Engineer Abrea.
Sir, ang laptop ko po hindi po kaya ng lahatan.
So, ilan lang po? So,
Kalahati lang po.
may 49 lang. Hindi kaya ng 49.
Hindi po.
Ay, madaming wala.
Opo, kahit po i-edit po yung adjust.
Tunay.
Dahil po ng
Ayos na.
laptop.
Sir, ako na lang po mag-screenshot.
Okay po. So, Engineer Miguel po. So, kindly count na lang po, ano?
Okay po. Ngiti. Parang mabuhay na tao. 1, 2, 3.
Ito pala yung ano.
Ayan, tapos na po.
Okay po. So, kindly forward po Engineer Miguel to Engineer Abrea po, ano? So, that Engineer Abrea can send the screenshot po sa akin sa Google Chat po, ano? So, that's all po for today. And see you next meeting po, ano, engineers. Bye-bye po. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Siya nasunod ko alas 2.